Hi, this is Archie Tovar from MMA Fight Pass. We're here at Bellator 170 Fan Fest. We're here with Dean Lassiter, the Cutman for Bellator. Hey Dean, so tell us, what started you to be a Cutman?
Well, first of all, thanks for interviewing me. I appreciate it. You know, I started when I was a kid, about 14 years old. Grew up in a bad neighborhood in Chicago, and used to go to a boxing gym. Reverend Jimmy Williams taught me how to be a Cutman, taught me how to wrap hands. I've been doing it for 35 years now.
35 years. And in regards to wrapping hands, do you find one fighter over the other fighter a little more difficult, or tell us a little bit about what goes into wrapping hands?
Well, you know, everybody likes it a little bit different. You know, some like it loose. Hector Lombard hates to have his wrist wrapped. Marcin held. Holy cow, sorry Marcin. But he's the worst to wrap. Most guys though are, you know, like let you do their own thing, a little adjustment here and there, but for the most part it's all pretty boilerplate.
So you have the duties of wrapping hands, the duties of being a Cutman. Talk a little bit about the different cuts that you've seen out there, and what have you done to stop and control that?
Oh man, I've had some really gnarly cuts. If you guys watch, I'm always in blood. So the worst one I ever had was a compound fracture. Both the lower jawbone shot right through the guy's mouth. Wow. Into the fight, very last fight, it was awesome, dude. You know, I've had some good cuts. Stopped a lot of cuts on what they call below the border. Anything on this, below the eyebrow, that's tough. Bleeds right into the eyeball. And anything vertical, that's tough. Nosebleeds suck. You know, you can't see the cuts, so you're like working with them.
So when the fighters do get cut and in between rounds, are they talking to you? Do they get you too excited to where they might distract you from doing your job?
Oh no. I'm in like focus mode, brother. Just they'll ask, hey, how bad am I cut? It's a scratch, or hey, man, you know, it's a pretty bad cut. You're gonna be fine.
Nice. And you know, there are so many different types of cuts out there. What is a couple most common cuts that fighters get in the cage?
Well, you know, a lot of them, what we get with the elbows, you know, from the high arcing elbows, is a lot of forehead lacerations, which is worse. If it's down below, it's fine, it won't drip into your eyes. Anything coming up above the eyebrows, well, that's usually what you're getting in MMA, from those elbows.
And having so many fights under your belt, being a Cutman, can you name a couple of fights that may stand out, or a couple fights that were just like exciting to be a part of?
Oh man, you know, Rampage, good buddy of mine, so anytime he's in there, or Czech Congo, you know, there was an undercard fight one time, Jamie Yara and Spirit Wolf, up in Northern California from Bellator early days. It was awesome. I'm excited every time, man. Just like now, it's been a long time. Whatever fight, man, as long as they're punching each other in the face, I'm good.
So does your job stop after the fight's over? Let's say a fighter continues bleeding. Do you take care of him in the back? Or,
oh yeah.
So your job continues. It doesn't stop during the fight. You follow the guys.
Yeah, I follow the guys. Sometimes they're calling me on my phone. Dude, they need to get taken care of in their hotel room.
So every job has a set of tools. What are your tools? What do you use to be a Cutman? What are some of the things?
I use my war tape.
War tape.
Got my title. Old school boxing gauze. Some scissors. And the other tricks of the trade.
And when the fighters do start bleeding, there's an iron that is called, I mean, that's steel. Can you talk about what are the effects and how that helps when the fighter does get cut?
Well, there's 3 different medicines that they can use, thrombin, avitine, and adrenaline, and they're all different. Thrombin and avitine are more of a coagulant. Adrenaline's is a vasoconstrictor, so they all work in different ways.
So we have Bellator 170 coming up. Big card. Who's one of the favorite fights that you're eager to see today?
Oh man, I love them all. You know, I love Tito, love Chael. I got a special relationship with Brandon Ward and Paul Daly both. So that's going to be a great fight, man. I would not be going to get a beer.
Right, absolutely. You know, is there any thank yous or shout outs or any promotions that you just want to thank to, and maybe talk a little bit about the Bellator 170 coming up?
Yeah, you know, Bellator 170.
I met
Chael versus Ortiz, going to be awesome, man. I just like to thank Bellator. You know, been with them from almost the beginning. Let me work other shows. Really take care of their people. Love to say hi to my sponsor, South Coast Mitsubishi Throne. My boys at Gamma Labs. My buddy Merrick over there at Map Cargo. Thank you for all you do, guys. Thank you for all you do. Appreciate it. Without you guys, I couldn't help these fighters out.